I hate the idea that nuclear missiles may be flying in my lifetime or the lifetime of my children. But I have to say, honestly, it's a possibility with the state of the world at the moment and the low state of consciousness of the people who lead us. The leaders and governments are behind this. It's not human beings, individual people who are behind this hatred in the world today. It's leaders and governments who are mobilizing that hatred to serve their own interests. And it's very dangerous. If we didn't have nukes, it would be less dangerous.
But yeah, I agree with you. When you're talking about Göbekli Tepe, one of the things that Jimmy Corsetti has talked about recently in his YouTube show is that they have stopped excavation and they've planted trees above some of the areas, which is very strange.
It is, yeah.
And they want the excavation to resume in 150 years?
Yes.
So what would be a logical reason to not excavate these fascinating ancient sites that are at least 11,000 years old?
Generally, with any archaeological site, they don't excavate more than 5% of it, and often less than 2% of it.
Is that because of funds?
It's often because of funds, but it's also because of the feeling that as technology improves, more may be learnt from these sites in the future. And that's a reasonable argument, because excavation is destruction. To a certain extent, excavation destroys what's being excavated. And therefore, when you interfere with a site and start excavating it, you may be destroying materials that in 100 years, technology would be able to interpret in a completely different way. I mean, go back 100 years from where we are at present, and you didn't have carbon dating, you didn't have LiDAR, you didn't have